It's the first time that ever I have an aluminum earphone before. How did your brand be founded?
Nice to meet you. Our brand was founded 6-7 years ago, and the reason I started doing it is just because I wanted first to do some headphones for myself, the way I thought headphones should be, which is more loaded with emotion, not just as a black plastic technical device. And the fact that it's from Romania, I think, yeah, it might be surprising, but the thing is, there are creative people everywhere that want to do things, and now the world is so linked that you could expect anything from anywhere.
Right. So one is overhead and one is in ear.
Yep.
The raw is very good because with this kind of price, just $1,000 with this kind of warm and very accurate kind of sound. So the high, the mid notes, and the bass is very separated. How do you do it?
Yes, the right Penta took us 2 years to develop, and the reason is that we wanted to make sure the harmony between the 5 drivers is perfect. The shell itself on the outside is very organically contoured, and on the inside the tubes, the sound tubes, they are machined. So they are machined directly in the aluminum body. They are not plastic tubes like you see in some situations. The reason is that we wanted to make sure it's very consistent and very well calculated. Also the sound tubes are perfectly aligned with the BA drivers. So for example, I can show you here. 1 second. I have a little sample of the shell. I hope you can see it. Can you see the little box hole here? And then there's the 2 holes, right? Those 2 holes are perfectly aligned with the nozzle of the BA driver. This helps a lot with controlling it and making sure it comes through unaltered, and the resolution is as high as possible. So this entire architecture took a while to perfect, and yeah, this is the way we ensure that there is good separation, good clarity, but also that it works very well together with the dynamic driver in there.
Very good design. So,
thank you. Rai means heaven in Romania, actually.
Oh, really? In
yeah.
Romanian, it's
yeah.
heaven.
Heaven.
It's heaven. Oh,
Yes, and Penta, because this is called Rai Penta, Penta means 5, right? So it's 5 drivers.
Oh, 5 drivers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Penta is 5. Okay. So how about this name?
Empyrean actually comes from a favorite album of mine. It's a music album by John Frusciante. And I really love the album, and I love the name, and I thought, okay, one day I want to use that name for something, for a product or something. I even tried to contact the artist, but it's impossible.
Okay. I'll talk about the American.
Empyrean means, yeah.
The technology inside is so different from the other.
Exactly. So the Empyrean is a product that we developed for the last 2 years, and the driver itself was developed together with a technology company called Renaro from Ukraine, and they developed this driver specifically for this shape. So if you look inside, you will see that the shape of the driver is exactly the shape of the ear cup. So it's not a circle driver in a whatever shape ear cup. It's specifically dedicated to this driver. Also, it has a very unique structure. The top side is this curved magnets, and the lower side is circle magnets. The top side underneath you have a switchback pattern of the coil, and on the lower side you have a spiral coil, which is why we call it the hybrid array driver. On the top side you get more of the low frequencies. On this section here you get more of the mid and high frequencies. The reason we have this architecture is because basically your ear canal comes somewhere in this area, right above this this badge. So because of that, we want the higher frequency sound to be directly channeled into your ear, because each ear cup is basically like a small room, and you want the higher frequencies to not bounce around too much before they reach your ear canal. The reason is that the higher sound frequencies have shorter physical length. And shorter physical length at some point is so small that inside the ear cup, which is 2 centimeters deep, they will have the capacity to bounce back and forth. You want as much as possible for them to not bounce back and forth. For the low frequency sounds, which are much longer physically, you don't mind that, it's okay. But on the higher frequency sounds, the fact that they come straight into your ear canal helps a lot with the quality of the sound, with the frequency separation feeling, the feeling of spaciousness and the sound stage. So it really improves on that.
Yes, understand. So when I tried it, it feels so amazing, like a monitor. Earphones that can feel the whole thing is very real.
Driver mechanism is only 65 grams per side, which is very, very light, maybe one of the lightest two-sided magnets as far as I know. And the whole product is around 400 grams, but besides that it's pretty light for a two-sided and full-sized planar. It's also very comfortable because of other reasons. For example, the headband has this special shape. It's kind of like a Napoleon hat. Inside here, there's little spring steels. These spring steels help bring the sides of the leather ear pad closer to your head. On a regular leather headband, it would kind of sit on the top of your head and then go straight to the side, right? But this one, the spring steels basically bring the leather in, so the contact is not just here, the contact is all the way down here. This increasing the surface of the contact. And basically your feeling is as if the headphone is lighter, so it's very easy to wear it for longer hours.
The waist is very separate.
Yeah, it's spread out, the pressure. So all these features, together with the lightness, together with the very good movement of the swivel, creates a very good feeling of comfort. So we think that for a headphone, the comfort of listening is crucial. If you cannot listen comfortably, you will be annoyed and bothered, and you will probably put them down after, I don't know, half an hour or so. But these ones, I'm pretty confident that people can use it for 1, 2, 3 hours. I tested like that, and you know, I made sure every time I thought I feel fatigue after a while, I would go back to the drawing board and see how we can address that issue, fix it, and then, you know, try again a sample and see again how good it is. For the carbon fiber itself, I can tell you, we spent over a year of fine-tuning the clamping force and the geometry to make sure it works well. So we spent a lot of time on all the aspects of the headphone to make sure it's just right.
Thank you so much, Antonio, for your time.
Thank you.